Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the stream. We are doing a morning stream today. You guys know that we like to do these every now and then. I feel like they're good to do. It's nice seeing faces that we only get to see really in the morning hours. So welcome to a morning stream. We've got an interesting topic in store for you guys today. We're going to be talking about true acceptance does not come without failure. True acceptance does not come without failure. You're probably wondering, what do you mean by that, Wonder Bro? Don't you worry. We're going to get into that. We're going to talk about that. We're going to go over some of my personal experiences today, and we're really just going to look at the topic of quote-unquote failure and try to reframe that in your mind a little bit. Sky first in chat. What's up, Sky? Hope you're having a good morning. B, what is up? Right behind Sky. Good morning. Hope you're doing fantastic. We've only got a few days left of our beautiful fall background, and then we're going to have to get to the Christmas spirit, aren't we? Right around the corner. I feel like all these holidays are just coming so fast. Maybe it's just me, but we got the Wolf in here. What's up, Wolf? Hope you're having a good morning, dude. Welcome to the stream. It's like I said, it's nice to have a morning stream every now and then. They're super chill. I enjoy them. I enjoy them a lot. Welcome, guys. Welcome. Let me toss out at least one more quick notification before we get started. And should take me about a second. Okay. Crystal, hello. Vanessa, hello. Welcome, guys. Hope you're doing fantastic. Welcome, welcome. How are you guys doing? All right, we'll give it another minute or two, and then we'll go ahead and get rolling. I know the morning streams can be quite small, so we won't sit around and wait too long, but we'll give it another minute or so. We'll go ahead and get started. Failure is tough as it takes so much courage to keep you wanting to keep trying. We're going to talk about that. Don't you worry. We're going to talk about that. Having another setback. Well, hopefully after today's stream, you'll be able to view that in a different way. Hopefully after today's stream, you'll be able to view that in a different way. Live stream, very nice. What's up, Pandemonium? Welcome, dude. Ghost, we got Ghost in the house. What's up, Ghost? What's up, Edward? What's up, guys? Welcome, welcome. All right, beautiful people. I feel like we've got enough viewers in here. Go ahead and get started. Let's get rolling on this topic. So this morning, guys, we're going to be talking about failures, quote-unquote failures. True acceptance does not come without failure. And let's just jump right into it. So what do I mean by that? True acceptance does not come without failure. So I'm gonna throw back to my own personal experience here. Failures, right? First, let's start off with what we mean by failures. Now, normally I don't like to use the word failure, right? It's a pretty self-defeating word, but I feel like a lot of people can relate to that word, so that's the reason we're going to use it. Now, what do I mean by failure? Failure what? What do you mean failure? So let's say, there was times during my recovery that my brain would do what a brain does, right? The brain would do brain things. And what I mean by that is the brain would give me unnecessary false alarms, intense alarms, and at times I was able to handle that very well. But there were some days, or at least some moments, right, or some moments where these alarms would be very intense. They would be very intrusive. They would be very strong. And no matter how well I thought I was doing up until that point, there was times, right? There was times, and this happens to everybody, there was times where I just wasn't able, to turn on really that accepting attitude, right? I'd go down the rabbit hole, or I'd get really negative, I'd get really fearful, and I'd start being fearful about the symptoms, or maybe I'd argue with a thought, try to figure that thought out. Oh God, it's causing so much anxiety, I need to figure that thought out. There were times during my recovery, even after I started doing what I would consider really well with the advice, right? And the reason I want to point that out is because I know there's people out there that are doing really well at the advice, and, every now and then they still might have a moment. I want you to know that's okay. So even after I started doing what I would consider really well with the advice, there would be days, or there would be moments at least, where I would completely drop the ball. Right, I'd completely dropped the ball. Now, here's the thing, there is more to this stream than me just coming on here and saying, hey guys, you're going to fail sometimes, and that's okay. There's more to this stream than that. When you go through a moment, right? When you go through a moment where you're adding second fear, or when you go through a moment where you're fighting with a thought, and you eventually come out of that, right? You eventually come out of that, or you at least come out of it to a point where, what's a good way to put this? You at least come out of it to a point where you can think a little bit more clearly, right? When you have these days and when you have these moments and you come out of them and you can think a little bit clearly, or maybe the thought passes, or maybe the situation that was making you anxious passes, right? And you come out of it and you're like, okay, well, that's over, right? There's two ways that you can really go about this topic, right? The first way is a very self-defeating negative perspective of, oh my God, I screwed up, shouldn't have done that, like I really messed up, how far is this going to set me back? And then you start obsessing about the fact that you quote unquote failed, right? Now that's the first way that you can go about it. The second way that you can go about it is to collect yourself long enough and to ground yourself long enough and to really sit with yourself and ask yourself, what could I have done differently? Which is a question that I want you guys to sort of ponder today if you've been experiencing these failures, right? These ups and downs. It's a question that I want you to ask yourself and kind of ponder today, because we can be really productive when it comes to the whole failing thing, or we can be really self-defeating. We can be really negative, and we can really, work ourselves up. So, there's two ways you can go about it. You can turn this into a productive experience, right? And the title of this stream says you can't get to true acceptance without failure. And let me elaborate now on what I mean by that. You learn so much when you go through this journey, and these failures are bound to happen, and they need to happen, because a person who's going to reach true acceptance, which means a person who really switches on that attitude of, okay, body's freaking out, mind's freaking out, but I know my brain's learning, I'm not invested, I'm just carrying on with my day, I'm telling myself things like, hey, my brain's learning, I need this, I want this. The person that reaches that true state of acceptance experiences failures along the way. And what do these failures do? They teach that person what they could have done better. They teach that person how they could have went about that differently, right? But not if that person doesn't sit down and think about it in that way. If that person just sits down and beats themselves up and comes on the screen and the stream and says, oh, I can't do it, I was doing well and now I screwed up, and what does this mean? Am I back at square one? And I don't know where to go from here. If that's you, right? If that's you, I want you to understand that failures and anxiety recovery, and failures even in life, guys, even in life, can be wonderful, wonderful learning opportunities if you can think about them in the correct way, right? If you sit down in today and you say, okay, well, this morning, I really screwed up because I faced a trigger and I started freaking about it. If you sit down and you say, okay, well, that's fine, but let me kind of ask myself, where did I go wrong? What can I do better next time? Right? And you sit down and you think about it in a productive way. Now, normally, of course, I tell you not to obsess about these things, right? But there's nothing wrong with sitting down for a moment or two, right? For a moment or two and saying, how can I think about that failure differently? How can I think about that failure differently? What can I do better next time? Here's the game plan. All right, let's get it. Right? Huge difference between obsessing about your failures, which is what most people do, unfortunately, or sitting down, regrouping, and saying, hey, you know what? Shit happens. I'm not perfect. I'm a human being. Here's what I can try to do better next time, right? And learn from it. So big difference there, guys. And I can tell you, everybody who's made it to what I call true acceptance, right, which is just that accepting attitude and that healing and those positive behaviors, everybody who's made it there has not, let me repeat that, has not made it there without failures, right? I can't begin to explain to you guys, sorry for that burpee, I can't begin to explain to you guys how many times during my journey that I thought I quote unquote had it. Like, oh, I got this, I'm the master at this acceptance thing, I've got the perfect accepting attitude, and then maybe a strong feeling would come out of nowhere, maybe a strong thought would come out of nowhere, and I'd just be like, oh God, right? Second fear. Okay. And, as I went on through my healing journey, of course, those moments got less and less. I learned from them, right? I learned from them, and I practiced and I practiced. But I just want you guys to understand something. This does not require perfection. Healing does not require perfection. Failures happen, and anyone who's ever made it to the other side can tell you that they had plenty of failures. So I guess there's several points that I'm trying to get across with this stream, right? The biggest point being that failures do happen, and they're very normal. And my next point being that it's going to be all about how you think about them. It's going to be all about how you view them, right, in your mind. And B says, I hate when you're having a good day, but you're always looking over your shoulder, looking out for the negative thoughts and feelings. Takes the pleasure out of having a good day. So you're still seeing the thoughts and feelings in a bad way, right? That's not the accepting attitude. And I understand where you're coming from because, these things happen. I get it. I understand where you're coming from. So you're still not viewing the thoughts and feelings really in that accepting way. When you notice yourself looking over your shoulder, right? Normally I don't read comments, but this is a good one. When you catch yourself looking over your shoulder, for example, oh God, the big bad feelings and thoughts, you need to immediately intervene, and you need to practice that accepting inner voice. You need to say, you know what, if they come, they come. I need it. Anxiety learns while anxiety is turned on. I'm ready for it. I'm willing to experience it. I need to experience it. I want to experience it. Some people hear me say those words, and they're like, well, I can't do that because I don't believe it. It doesn't matter if you fully believe that or not. When you start to change your attitude, when you start to change your perspective, you might not have 100% belief right away, right? That's not to be expected. You didn't learn how to be super fearful and negative overnight. This is a habit you've built up over time. So you're not going to learn how to be accepting and have the right positive, maybe not even positive, but just the right accepting attitude overnight either. Right? So you got to practice this. So you catch yourself looking over your shoulder, oh, big bad thoughts and feelings, immediately you got to start to try to make it cognitive, which means mental change. You got to shut that down before you go down that rabbit hole, and you got to say, hey, you know what? If they come, they come. I need this. I want this. My brain is learning, right? And again, even if you don't fully believe that, you got to practice that. That's what a practice is. Do you form a habit overnight, guys? Of course not. Of course not. Did you learn to ride a bike in 5 minutes? Probably not, right? Did you learn to swim in 2 minutes? Probably not. So you got to have those cognitive interventions where you say, okay, I'm going to work on my attitude right now, right? So that was a good comment. Like I said, normally I don't jump into comments midstream, but that was a good comment. Anyway, back on track. Failures are a very normal part of recovery, right? And there's two ways. There's two ways you can go about failures. You can view them in your usual negative, fearful light and tell yourself fearful, negative things about them. Or you can regroup for a second and say, hey, you know what? This is a learning opportunity. I'm going to use that. I'm going to think about that for just a second. What can I do better next time? All right, I got a game plan. Let's go. Let's get right back on board. So there's two ways you can go about it, right? And again, another big point. Nobody gets there without some failures. Failures happen, but you can learn from them. You can't learn from them if you don't have the right attitude, but you can learn from them if you have the right attitude. See, guys, everything that we talk about here on the channel really comes down to an attitude adjustment. It really comes down to an attitude change, an attitude shift. We always call it the accepting inner voice and positive behaviors, the two main keys, right? But if you want to break those down even a little bit further, what does it really come down to? The new things that you're telling yourself are not magical in the sense that the words are magical. They're magical in the sense that they lead to an attitude change. So you need to start telling yourself things that lead to an attitude shift, right? Like, I'm feeling crappy. All these thoughts and feelings are there, but I'm telling myself that's helping me change my attitude to one of more acceptance, right? And again, perfection not required. Perfection not required. But you see there's no magic in the words. There's magic in the attitude, but the words help lead you to the attitude, right? So you need to find your accepting inner voice. You need to find that, and you need to practice that. And if you experience failures, the point of today's stream, if you experience failures along the way, you can apply that accepting attitude even towards the failures and get on with the day and make the most out of the day, right? So again, guys, failures happen. They're normal. They happen to everybody. You don't have to be perfect, but it's going to be all, Everything we talk about on the channel is going to come down to your attitude, and that includes failures. How you handle failures is going to come down to your attitude. And what does your attitude come down to? What you tell yourself. What you tell yourself. This is not a one and done. This takes consistency. This takes dedication. You're not going to feel like it necessarily, but get after it, man. Find your accepting inner voice. Find it. You got to find it, guys. You got to go out and find it. It's not going to fall in your lap. You can't come on the stream and, okay, Wonder Bro, I decided that my accepting inner voice, when these thoughts and feelings are there, I'm just going to say it is what it is. And you can't just do that if that's not leading to an attitude shift for you. And I don't mean getting rid of the thoughts and feelings. That's not the goal. That'll happen in time, right? With the accepting attitude, that'll take care of itself. What I mean is you can't just come on the stream, grab a few words and start kind of mumbling them to yourself, and it's not leading to an attitude shift. The attitude shift is one of acceptance. We're not talking about what the thoughts and feelings are doing, right? That's not up to you. That'll happen in time. We're talking about your attitude. So you got to go out and you got to find your accepting inner voice that helps you. And again, you don't have to be 100% perfect, right? It might only be 5% at first, but you've got to work hard at finding your accepting inner voice, aka what you tell yourself, that leads to your attitude shift. And again, it might only be a 5% attitude shift, but you got to work hard and you got to find your accepting attitude or accepting inner voice, that leads to the accepting attitude. Right? You've got to work hard on that. You've got to get involved. This is something you got to be involved in. This is something that you've really got to buckle down and say, okay, I'm working at this thing, right? And I might have a ton of intense thoughts and feelings right now, but this is the moment for me to practice trying to find my accepting inner voice that's going to lead to my accepting attitude. I'm going to work on it, right? And I might not believe it. I might not be perfect. I might experience failures, right? Just to the point of the stream there. I might experience failures, but I'm going to work on it, and I'm going to work hard on it. So I understand that, yes, it's hard. I understand it's not comfortable. I understand it's scary as crap sometimes, right? I get all that. I understand all that. But the reason we're not here talking about all that is because that's irrelevant. If you want to heal, let's talk about what's going to get you to heal. Let's not talk about, how hard it is and how uncomfortable it is and so forth and so on. And I feel this way. Yeah, I get all that. But do you want to heal? ? That's chat. Answer that question for me, chat. Do you want to heal? Do you want to heal? Yes or no? No or yes. Do you want to heal? And if the answer to that question is, yes, I want to heal, then we're not going to talk about how bad you feel. We're not going to talk about your comfort's irrelevant. We're not going to talk about how long it's been and how hard it is and how uncomfortable you are, blah, blah, blah. That's not, you answered yes to the question that you want to heal, correct? Okay, well, talking about all that's not going to get you there. It's not going to get you anywhere close to there, right? So if you answered yes to I want to heal, let's talk about what's going to get you there. What's going to get you there? Finding that accepting inner voice that helps you get to that accepting attitude, right? That helps you get to that accepting attitude. That's what's going to help you heal. Not talking about how unfair life is and how poorly you've been treated and yada, yada. Trust me, I did that for a very long time. Doesn't work, doesn't get you any closer, not even a single half step closer to healing. Does not work, right? We can sit around and talk about how hard it is all day long. Does not work. You're not going to get there. Sorry, you're not going to get there, right? So understand, right? Understand that it takes time, and you've got to find your accepting inner voice that's going to help you get to the accepting attitude, and you got to practice the hell out of that. Right? What is the accepting inner voice? What you tell yourself. Find your accepting inner voice that helps get you into more of an accepting attitude, even if it's not perfect, and work like crazy on it. Work on it. Work yourself up into that accepting attitude each and every day. Understand that failures are going to happen, and that's totally okay. It's a learning experience if you choose to view it as one, and you will get there, guys. All right? I love you oh so much. I know what you're going through. It takes time. It takes practice. But you are going to make it to the other side, and I'm going to be here. I'm going to be here with you and supporting you the whole way through. I love you oh so much. If you did enjoy the point of today's stream, make sure you give it a big thumbs up. And with that being said, we're going to turn on some tunes. We're going to hang out with chat. Always nice to have a relaxing morning stream. So let me know how you guys have been. Let me know how you're doing. Let me know how your morning's going. Let's get some, here, let's try a new mix today. Let's spice it up and try a new music playlist today. If it's too loud, too low, just let me know, guys. Just let me know, and I'll make adjustments as need be. All right, who we got in chat? Roll call. Who do we still have in chat this morning? We've got Jennifer in here. We got TJ. What's up, TJ? Haven't been here in a couple clear weeks, so maybe I missed some content. Okay, I see what you did there. I see what you did there. What's up, dude? Well, our streams always get uploaded, so feel free to catch up. Feel free to have a little bit of a binge. As long as you're using the advice, you can binge the videos for at least a day and get caught up, right? Donkey, what's up, Donkey? Good morning, man. Do you know how tempting it is to call you Lincoln, dude? I still can't get past your old username. It's still so challenging for me. Fear of failure was my biggest fear because then my mind would hold it against me. Right. So this was a perfect stream for you then, Sean. If that was your biggest fear, then this was definitely a perfect stream for you. I feel mentally exhausted and can't continue with work for much longer. Well, watch the stream back, Jamie. I don't know if you're just now joining us. Watch the stream back. We made some excellent points talking about that accepting inner voice that leads to that accepting attitude. And you really have to work hard on what you tell yourself, right? Because we got to get everyone into an attitude and acceptance, and that's only going to happen if they're telling themselves accepting things that, speak to them and help them get to that accepting attitude. So you got to find it, you got to work on it, and you got to work hard on it. And of course, positive behaviors. So, but if you are late here, Jamie, I do recommend that you watch the stream back because it might help you out there. Tony, what's up, Tony? You can call me Lincoln anytime, whenever. Okay, I might just take you up on that, Donkey. I might just take you up on that. Only just joined, my friend. All good, dude. I do recommend you watch this one back. In fact, you can start watching it back right now, I believe. I have missed the point of the stream. Yeah, so basically the quick recap that I gave Jamie there was everything we talked about. We talked about failure being just a normal part of recovery, but it's all about how you look at these failures that makes the difference. So again, at the end of the day, it comes down to what you tell yourself. It all comes down to what you tell yourself, right? Even the topic of failures comes down to what you tell yourself. I've been doing so much better, and I feel so much more present. Only thing now is just that background anxiety. Tony, it sounds like you're right on track, dude. Continue telling yourself the right things, right? Continue practicing that attitude of acceptance and taking it one day at a time. All right, guys, give me just a second. I'm going to get a quick drink, and then we're going to come back to our morning stream. If you have questions, feel free to ask them, but we will be right back. All right, hello. We got Maddie in here. What's up, Maddie? Always on a break. You just come at the wrong times. We've been streaming for a minute now. Maddie always joining us late. Hey, it's better late than never. It's better late than never. Let's see. Who else do we still have in here? Oh, you're driving now. Won't be able to respond. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, no texting and driving. Let's see. I took time out from work, but made sure I went out for a daily walk and watched back these streams. It gives you hope. So the best way to sort of answer that question, Jamie, is that there's no right or wrong answer to that question. Should you take a break from work? Should you not take a break from work? It really depends, because either way you go, if you're not practicing the accepting inner voice, which of course leads to the accepting attitude, right? We've been saying that a lot recently, the whole accepting attitude concept. If you're not practicing that fundamental practice, then it doesn't matter if you're at work or you're at home. You're still going to be taxing your nervous system with all of the negative attitude, negative perspective, fearful attitude, fearful, so forth and so on. So you get what I'm saying, right? Like there is a time and a place for a break, you could say, right? But that decision is yours to make. However, if you're not practicing the fundamental core practice here, which is the accepting attitude, going to come down to what you tell yourself over and over again, right? And the positive behaviors living your life. If you're not practicing the fundamentals here, the core fundamentals, it doesn't matter if you're at work or if you're at home. You can be equally as stressed at either, right? You can be equally as stressed at either. I've had people come in here and say, hey, I work a full-time job and my nerves are fried. And I've had people come in here and say, hey, I quit my job 6 months ago and my nerves are fried. And, I've had people from all walks of life and all different sorts of situations, right? All different sorts of situations equally be fried with their nervous system. So you get my point. It's not so much that decision, but your practice. Abraham Abraham, man, with the $5 tip. That one caught me off guard a little bit. It says, is it Abraham or is it Donkey? The mystery deepens. Dude, thank you so much for your $5 tip. First tip of the stream. Show some love to my boy Donkey for the $5 tip, man. If you're new here, anytime we get a tip in the stream, we always drop some purple hearts in the chat. It shows love and it shows gratitude to our tippers. They help keep the show on the road, so we should be very thankful for these awesome people. Thank you so much, Donkey, for the $5 tip, dude. Appreciate you. Much love. Hi, Wonder Bro. Did you fail on your... Yes, many times. Many times. Because you mentioned you tried to accept for a long time, and you also said once you got it, you knew you were recovered 100%. How does it feel? Because sometimes I feel 100% recovered, then after a few days I feel anxious, sort of. I gave it time. Right? I wouldn't just take one good day as a sign that I had no work left to do, JB. Right? That was not me. I would not take one good day or one good week as a sign that I had no more work left to do. I understood that it would bite back a little bit, and I understood that I would have my days of retraining ahead of me. Once I started making YouTube videos, right? So how long ago has that been now? About 6 years ago? That's when I was like, okay, I've been a long time feeling pretty good and feeling myself again, so I'm going to start making YouTube videos. And we just went from there, right? But during the actual recovery process, I knew that I couldn't just say, oh, I've got no more work left to do after one good day or 2 good days or 3 good days, whatever. I didn't do that because I knew from everything I had researched and read and so forth and so on that I was probably going to have retraining days ahead of me. Right, I was probably going to have retraining days ahead of me. The first video I ever made on YouTube was after I had felt like myself for quite some time. And I was like, okay, I feel pretty good and it's been a while. I'm going to start helping other people out. And then we just, like I said, we just went from there. So I would not be so quick to, and it's okay, right? It's okay to distance yourself from the topic of anxiety. That's perfectly fine. But I would not be so quick to say, okay, well, I never have to practice again, right? Just because it's been a week of feeling good, right? You get what I'm saying. It's best to go back to work, in my opinion. Staying at home will make you better. Better go at your pace. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing wrong with going at your own pace. I always tell people go at your own pace, but you do have to be practicing the core fundamental 2 main keys, whether you are at work or whether you are at home or vice versa, whatever. You do have to be practicing the 2 main keys, no matter where you are, no matter what choice you make. Like I said, I've had people equally as stressed at home as they are at work, and and it's going to come down again, to your attitude. The accepting inner voice leads to an accepting attitude, and if you don't have the accepting attitude, then you've probably got an attitude of second fear, which is what we want to avoid, because that's just gas to the fire, right? That's just gas to the fire. So no matter what decision you make in your life, you need to always be using those core keys there, right? It doesn't matter what choice you make. Doesn't matter what decision you make. All right, let's see here. Did I miss anybody in the stream? I think I've said my hellos to pretty much everybody here so far. Good morning stream so far, guys. Thank you for all the questions. Also, did you experience depression, and why, when you felt it, all the excitement of living or doing things that you love disappear, how they come back? I was never a fan of using the word depression, right? I mean, I've had to in some cases for certain video topics, but I was never a fan of using the word depression, because I'd rather use the word fatigue. When you're healing, you're going to experience fatigue. There's a good chance you're going to experience fatigue. So don't mistake depression for fatigue, JB, and I absolutely did experience fatigue. Oh, it's not available to watch from the start yet? Yeah, you might have to wait then. I thought you could just backtrack even while we were live, but apparently not. Or at least not right now. I thought people had done that before. Oh well, oh well. What's up, Minty? Thanks for joining us. How much did I miss? We've just been talking about, you know, several different topics. Accepting inner voice leading to an accepting attitude. How hard you have to work at that. Takes dedication, takes consistency. We've been talking about how failure happens. It's a very normal part of recovery, and you can either learn from it or you can apply a negative attitude to it, and that's what's going to make the difference. I've white-knuckled it, now I'm using acceptance while doing it, and it feels the same. Yeah, it does feel the same. It does feel the same. But the only difference between white-knuckling it, right, is that if you're white-knuckling it, that means you're not doing the mental work, right? So if you're doing positive behaviors and you're not doing the mental work, that's what we mean by white-knuckling it, no name. But if you're doing the mental work, right, if you're doing the mental work and you're telling yourself accepting things and trying to talk yourself into the accepting attitude, that's what the mental work is. That's one of our 2 keys. If you're doing that and you're doing positive behaviors, then you're not white-knuckling it. So the only difference between white-knuckling it and not white-knuckling it is whether or not you're doing the mental work during those behaviors. Did you carry on with your normal life, for example, going to work, social? Not at first. Not when I didn't know about acceptance and I wasn't very good at it. Definitely not at first. In fact, I did the complete opposite of all of those things. I did the complete opposite of all things. I shut down completely. 100%. 100%. I did the absolute bare minimum. But as I learned more about acceptance, yes, I did get back more into life. And of course, you know, it's not an all in at once sort of thing. You know, it's kind of gradual, and you gain confidence as you go. So not at first, no, but as time went on and I learned more about acceptance, yes, I did start to integrate back more into life while, and this is important, while I was doing the mental work. Good morning, Wonder Brother and all. What's up, Rich? How you doing, man? How's things? They're good, man. They're good. I'm glad to be having a morning stream. We haven't done one in a while. There's still healing going on behind the scenes, yes, because you're doing the mental work. You're not gassing the fire, right? You're trying to work on your accepting attitude, which is helping not freak the brain out so much with all of your usual negativity. So definitely, no name. When you felt those feelings, were you alone or family helped you? I never asked for help. I was never a person to ask for help from those around me. And this will sound like a defeating mindset, but I don't know. I couldn't help it. It was just my mindset. My mindset was, what's the point of asking somebody around me to help me with my anxiety and depression? I'm talking about people who don't know about anxiety, depression, like family or something. They don't have any experience really with it. My mindset was always, why would I go to them and complain and ask them for help? What are they going to tell me? There's nothing they can do for me. There's nothing they can tell me. So that was my mindset, and whether or not that's a good one or a bad one, I don't know. That's a different topic. But that was my mindset. I never really reach out to family for help on these topics because I was always like, well, they don't get it, so what's the point? So no, I can't say I reach out for help. I just continue to research, and to the point where I started practicing, right? And then when these feelings did come on, I knew what to do about them, and I did the best I could with it, and I practiced. Head and chest cold. Sky's not going to make it much longer. Hang in there, Sky. Hang in there. Don't you die on us. Well, Jamie, as you continue this practice, and I'm not disagreeing, I'm not saying your job's not stressful. I don't know that. So I'm not completely disagreeing. I'm just saying, as you continue on with this practice, Jamie, you'll start to understand that a lot of your stress is coming from your attitude towards your thoughts and feelings, aka what you tell yourself. And the moment you really start to do that mental work and work on that, you'll start to see progress, you'll start to heal. All of these great things will start to happen. But for the time being, right, it takes practice, it takes dedication, so forth and so on. I think that comes back to the question that JB asked, Jamie. I didn't really tell a whole lot of people around me what was going on with me because my mindset was kind of like, well, what can they do for me anyway? So, again, I don't know if that's a good or a bad mindset to have, but that was my mindset. So I didn't really tell a whole lot of people around me what was going on with me. I didn't want to make it into an even bigger deal. So I can't say that I did reach out to anyone around me for any sort of help. I just wanted to focus on the help from people that had been there, right? From people that had been there. But now whether you want to do that or not is completely up to you. It's completely up to you. Panicking every single day. Now I feel like I'm stuck on the 90% of the recovery. What is the last 10% of recovery so hard? I don't think there's really a specific reason for that, JB. I think it's just more work that needs to be done. You're in a better place now. You're in a better place now where you feel better, but there's still the work that needs to be done. So I don't think there's necessarily a specific reason for why it feels like you're on the last, what you call 10, 15%. I think you should stop looking at it like that, though. I think you should stop looking at it in percentages and instead just take each day as it comes with the accepting attitude and let the rest fall into place, because you're getting involved in territory that you don't need to get involved in because, one, you're not going to find any answers, and two, what's the point, right? Oh yeah, it's a daily practice, no name. It's a daily practice, but you really have to work hard at it. You have to work hard at getting yourself into the accepting attitude with what you tell yourself, right? That's what leads to the accepting attitude. You have to really work at that each day. You have to pump yourself up. You have to talk yourself up. You have to work yourself up in a good way, not a bad way, right? And you have to sort of repeat this. It's a daily practice. For so long, you've put unnecessary stress on your nervous system with things like obsession and negativity. We know that worry equals danger to the brain, right? For so long, you've done that, and it's going to take some hard work to, stick to this thing, but it's definitely well worth it in the end, and anybody can do it, right? It just takes a certain amount of dedication. I agree. Some people just don't know what to say, do they? I mean, yeah, that was always my thinking. I didn't even get to the part where I asked them for help. Like I didn't even get that far along in the equation, because for me it was always like, well, what are they going to tell me that I don't already know? I've done so much research on the topic, or what could they possibly say that's going to make any difference? So that was kind of my mindset, and I just never really made it a point to tell a whole bunch of people. And just like, S.K.Y said, that's just me personally. And I felt that because I feel that I'm on that part where I feel good and bad, kind of back and forth, but those feelings where I feel good are priceless. Right, and you don't latch on to anything. Don't hang on to anything. Just take each moment as it comes, right? And if in this particular moment you're worked up, okay, let's work on the accepting attitude, right, with what you tell yourself. You see what I'm saying? Just take it as each moment that comes. Don't take it as percentages. Don't break out the charts, none of that. Just take each moment as it comes, right? And if you have to apply the advice in that particular moment, apply the advice, right? But don't be too latched on to the past or too latched on to the future or your percentages or where you think you are and, so forth and so on. Just each moment as it comes. When I live my life the way I want to, I just get increasingly stressed in my body. Could be this mint. Could be that you're doing positive behaviors, but you have to ask yourself, and you have to answer this honestly, or you won't get an answer. Are you doing the work while also doing really, really practicing the mental work too? Because you can do a million positive behaviors, right? But if you're still in your head, right, and you're not telling yourself accepting things, you're not having an accepting attitude, you're not working on the accepting inner voice, you can do a million positive behaviors. It's not going to add up to a whole lot if you're still gassing the fire mentally and you're not working on telling yourself new things that are helping you get into an accepting attitude. If you're not doing that, if you're not doing the mental work, it's not going to work, right? There's you a quote for the day. If you're not doing the mental work, it's not going to work, right? So you got to have both. We say that a lot here on the channel. You got to have both positive behaviors, right? That just means living your life, right? That just means living your life, Jamie. Just not letting anxiety stop you, not doing coping methods and compulsions and all these things that tell your brain there's a danger, right? So just living your life, basically, and that can consist of whatever you want it to consist of. But if you're living your life and you're not doing the mental work, well, it's not going to work. It's not going to work, right? You got to do the mental work. You got to work on your attitude. You got to work on your accepting attitude. And again, the only way you can get to an accepting attitude is by telling yourself new things, new accepting things, and really working on that, especially in the heat of the moment, right? Especially in the heat of the moment. Tell yourself new accepting things, man, whenever you notice you're going down a worry rabbit hole, a negative rabbit hole, and get right back to it. And there's also, if you are doing the mental work, there's also the fact that this practice isn't supposed to make you feel better. I mean, it does in the end, right? Because healing. But in the moment, you can't do these things with the attitude of this is supposed to be making me feel better, because that's not what we're going for. The feelings are going to be there. They're going to burn out and, they're going to take their sweet time. So you're not doing this work for relief in the moment. You're doing it with the accepting attitude and you're living, right? You're not really concerned about what the symptoms are up to. You're not really concerned about what the symptoms are up to. The symptoms are gonna symptom, right? The symptoms are gonna symptom. That's none of your business. Your business is just that you're working on the accepting attitude and continuing to live. Everything else that's going on in body and mind, none of your business. And there's a difference, Jamie. We're not talking about positive thoughts and we're not talking about affirmations. You said they only last a limited time, then all negative stuff. Yeah, we're not trying to block anything. You were not trying to block anything. So you might have me wrong on this. We're not talking about repeating positive thoughts or affirmations to yourself. We're talking about telling yourself new things about the thoughts and feelings. So you're letting the feelings be there. You're not trying to block them out with affirmations. You're letting the thoughts come and go. You're not trying to block them out with affirmations. You're just noticing the thoughts and feelings. And instead of fighting with them, arguing with them, and telling yourself negative things about them, you are instead telling yourself accepting things like, okay, I need this. Let it be here. Whatever. It can be here. I hope these feelings are here. I need these feelings to be here, because anxiety learns while anxiety's turned on. My brain's learning. I don't care if that thought's there. Let it be there. My brain is learning because I'm just moving on. So it's not that you're trying to block anything with positive thinking or affirmations or all that other bullshit. You are telling yourself new things about the thoughts and feelings, right? That get you into an accepting attitude. All right, guys, I'm going to catch my breath here for a second. I'm going to catch my breath here for a second. If you would like to support the stream, we are on 5. We're about to end in 15 minutes. I don't think we're hitting tip goal today, to be honest. 232-day streak. 15 minutes left. I don't know. This might be the end of it today. If it is, that's okay. But just your fair warning. We are on 232-day streak. We got about 15 minutes left in the stream, and that's okay. If it ends, it ends. That's fine. Speaking of which, thankful. Thank you so much for the $6 tip. Takes us to 11, I believe. I don't know. My math could have been wrong there. I did that really quick. Thank you, Thankful, for that. I really appreciate it, dude. Thank you. Yes, I am going to take a quick breather for just a second and kind of scroll the comments, see if I missed anything, and then I'll answer any of the other questions that I haven't answered quite yet. All right, let's see. If you're going about it the right way, Mint, which means you're also using the accepting attitude while you do these things, then you have nothing to worry about. I think maybe you're just like a little part of you is saying, hey, why am I not getting relief from doing these things? Oh, B. Okay, B, thank you so much for the tip. I appreciate you. Thank you. Minty. Thank you so much, Minty. I appreciate you. That rounds us up. That makes us even. We're at 20. We got about 15 minutes left in the stream. I might eat my words on that. We might actually hit our tip goal today. We're on a 232-day streak. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Minty. Thank you, B. And who else was it? And Donkey, of course. How could I forget Donkey? Donkey, thank you so much, dude. It's been an awesome morning stream with a lot of good questions, guys. Thank you so much for all of your questions. Thank you for the purple hearts, Mint. Yes, love and gratitude to the tippers. Thank you. Is going for a walk avoidance? It's really going to be situational, right? If you're going for a walk because you're trying to run away from your feelings, and if you're going for a walk and you've got a very negative attitude while you do that, then yes, it's going to be situational. I tend to think I must not be doing it right. After a few days is all you're going to give yourself? You're just going to give let me get this straight. Hold the phone. You're going to tell me. You're going to tell me that you've been stressing your nerves, your poor brain, you've been stressing it with such a negative attitude, right? For so long, probably months and years, and you're going to tell me you're only going to give your poor little brain a few damn motherfucking days, and you expect those results after a few days? Man. Oh my goodness. I did not just hear what I think I heard. Did I? Can somebody help me out here? Did I just hear what I think I heard? Did they just say that they're going to stress their nerves out for months and years on end and then only give their poor little brain a few days to get the picture? Man, I did not just hear what I think I heard. We don't even have to answer that one. I think you can tell by my reaction there that what the answer to that one is. That sounds a bit greedy. That sounds a bit selfish, man. You put your brain through hell for months and years, and you're telling me you want it to just magically hippity-doo-dah, whippity-doo-dah in 2 days? That sounds a little bit selfish and greedy to me. Poor brain, dude. Poor brain. Man. I'm just poking fun. I'm just having a little fun. I'm just poking a little fun. But my point remains that it takes longer than just a few days to retrain your brain. It takes longer than just a few days to teach your amygdala the truth. This shit might still be popping off for quite some time. That's okay. That's not a big deal. As long as you've got the accepting attitude and you're moving right through it, it's going to get the message, right? Maybe not as quickly as you'd prefer, but it's going to get the message, right? It's going to get the message. We don't put time frames on it because that's just impossible and very stressful and pointless. But as long as you've got that accepting attitude and you're not fueling the fire anymore, and you're practicing not fueling the fire, and you're accepting and you're embracing and you're facing, it's going to get the message. Don't you worry. The brain is willing to learn. The brain is absolutely willing to learn, and it's great at what it does, right? It's great at what it does, but it's not that damn good. It's not 2 days 100% good, but it's good. Don't you worry, it's good. What was your worst symptom to overcome? I think I was pretty afraid of just about every single anxiety symptom I experienced, at least at first, of course. I'd probably say the intense adrenaline that I would have made me think I was going crazy. I really had to practice that accepting attitude towards that. How does it feel to be 101% recovered? Because some people say that even feel better than before, and they even say it's a blessing. Yeah, if you choose to look at it that way, right? You just go back to having not tired nerves. It's not like a grand bells and whistles moment. Your nerves are just not so quick to pop off. They're back to a regulated nervous system, right? Some people do say that, and I've said that before, that they feel better before because they learned good life advice. I always say this advice is good life advice, not just good anxiety advice, and that's why some people are say that they're thankful for what they went through, right? Yeah, so trying to use the advice like a pill, Jamie, right? That's a big hurdle that you've got to overcome. You got to remember you're telling yourself things like, you know what, my brain's learning, but you're doing it with no expectations. So that's something you need to practice. Something you need to practice. Something you need to practice. You don't want to use it like a pill. You just want to remind yourself, okay, I know why this is happening. It's happening because I got tired nerves, tired brain, brain's learning. You know, false alarms happening, whatever. It's going to let it happen, but you're not doing that with necessarily any sort of expectations, right? Final call, guys. We got about 8 minutes left in the stream. About 8 minutes left. 8 minutes left. Mint tried to quote me there. True acceptance, you don't have expectations, guys. You got to remember that. You really got to work on practicing that. You really got to work on practicing that. So it's like, yeah, people who have recovered, Jamie, during the process, they didn't have so many expectations. It was like, yeah, you can want to heal. That's no problem. But while you're using the accepting attitude during the heat of the moment, you're not saying to yourself, oh, yeah, where's my relief? Right? Does that make sense? Nothing wrong with wanting to heal. It's just in the heat of the moment. You're not trying to work yourself into an accepting attitude to make it go away, because that's not, accepting attitude, right? What's up, Mr. S.K.Y, Mr. Stud Muffin? How are you doing? Like the groovy music? One of our random lo-fi music playlists. I try to mix it up from time to time, but it's really difficult to do so. There's only a very limited selection of music that you can actually use that's copyright free that you can find out there. It's not a very big selection. It's a very limited selection. Dying from head and chest funk. I would say get some rest, dude. If you're sick, get some rest. Stay hydrated. Take it easy, Mr. S.K.Y. You'll feel better soon. I know there's a lot of funky illnesses going around. What music are you into, just out of interest? I'm one of those people who say, oh, I can listen to anything. But it's true. I can listen to pretty much anything. There's a few things I can't listen to. But I can listen to pretty much anything with a good beat, right? I'd say some of my favorite genres are probably punk rock. Some of my favorite bands, Blink-182, Modest Mouse, The Front Bottoms, definitely some of my favorite bands. Absolutely, B. It's habits. It all comes down to habits, right? What you tell yourself's a habit. Your attitude's a habit. Everything's a habit, right? You can't change a habit overnight. Can't change a habit overnight. It takes time. Takes time. System of a Down. They're pretty good. They're pretty good. I like System of a Down. System of Down. Can't you pretend that you've only streamed for 10 minutes and keep going? I'm so tired, and this is so much better than getting stuck scrolling on my phone. We'll see, Mint. We'll see. Maybe we'll keep it going for a little bit longer. Maybe we'll keep it going for a little bit longer. We might do that. We might do that. Since you asked so nicely. Get that music turned up high and boogie. Hey, Wonder Bro, would you do another 20 minutes? We might. We might push it a little bit longer. I'm enjoying the stream vibes today. I'm enjoying them. Looking at my 4 little frogs on the rock there in the background, my homies. Those are my bros, my homies. I feel so much better since deleting Facebook on the subject of phone scrolling. Yeah, a lot of people do benefit from getting away from social media. I love the Front Bottoms. Yes, amazing band, Anna. Definitely one of my favorites. The Front Bottoms have a song for just about every single possible mood that exists, that's out there. I love the Front Bottoms. What are you asking Santa for this year? I don't know. That's a good question. I've got to get busy, but I really appreciate you. No problem, No Name. Thank you for being here. Keep that accepting attitude going. Stop looking for those instant results. Just practice that accepting attitude. But the question is, will we hit tip goal? I don't know. I don't think so. I think today is the day. I think today's the day, Mint. Let's see. We're at our 1 hour mark. But since S.K.Y and Mint asked so nicely, we'll keep this one going for a little bit longer. We'll at least do like 10, 15 more minutes. I've been enjoying hanging out with you guys, so. You know what? And that's the thing. That's the thing. What matters most is that we've got a good chat going. There's positive vibes. People are asking good questions. People are getting the help that they need. So whether we hit tip goal or not, it's okay. We're at a 232-day streak. That's a long-ass streak, so I'm not too concerned about it. Did you take medication when you were recovering? I didn't. It's a personal choice. I know you're new here, Jamie. I don't really get into the topic of medication because it is such a personal choice. Some people it agrees with, some people it disagrees with. Me, personally, all I can really say about that topic is that I did not go the medication route. I did not go the medication route. So how's it going with your hobbies? Me and Kate's been playing Minecraft on our server a lot lately. We just started that not long ago. So I've been heavy into that. That's been a lot of fun. Maddie, I hope you didn't send that while driving. Maddie. Thank you so much, Maddie, for the $10 tip. I appreciate you. Thank you. Wait a minute, hold on. Hold the phone here. Hold the phone. S.K.Y, are you joking? S.K.Y, you must be kidding me. Oh my god. Okay. Okay. Jesus Christ. No way. Hold on. We've got an ad. Usually I catch the ads right away. But this time I've got a good reason why I didn't catch the ad. Because I am in a total state of shock right now. Mr. S.K.Y in the chat says, cheers for all you do from McLuscious. And we didn't just hit tip goal. You know what? Here's what we're going to do. I'm not going to say it. I am going to say it. But I want you guys to focus on the tip goal for just a second. Let me update it. I'm not joking. This is not a joke. Check out the tip goal. Are you kidding me? S.K.Y with a $1,000 tip? S.K.Y with a $1,000 tip? Are you actually insane? Dude. Man, S.K.Y, what the hell? What is going on? Are you serious? I'm speechless. Everybody's like, what? What the hell? You should, right? I'm at a loss for words. Oh, S.K.Y, are you kidding me, dude? Dude, S.K.Y, I don't know what to say, man. Are you sure it's just not the head cold talking? Did you mean to do that? Was that an accident? S.K.Y, thank you so much, dude. Thank you. I don't know what to say about that besides, holy crap, am I dreaming? I must be dreaming. And here we thought we weren't going to hit tip goal today, and we were giving a big speech about how that's okay and blah, 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 and, you know, it's fine, no big deal, and then S.K.Y just comes in and... All right. Wow. Thank you so much, dude. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. You just put me way ahead. Like, you don't have any clue how much stress you took off my shoulders with that. Like, you put me way ahead. I am so thankful for that, S.K.Y. You are amazing, dude. You are awesome. I don't know what else to say besides thank you, and you're fantastic. I'm gonna get a little emotional. But we're not. We're gonna hold it back. S.K.Y, you're amazing, dude. All of you are absolutely amazing. I don't know what else to say besides thank you. And if you're getting sick of hearing it, you're probably gonna hear it about 50 more times before this stream ends. So I don't know what to tell you, but thank you, S.K.Y, so much, dude. I love you. I love you, man. I love you. That was Unbelievable. You guys are so supportive. You guys are so supportive. That just put me really far ahead, Sky, no lie. I've been playing catch up a little bit here recently. You know, we don't talk about these things here because, you know, why would we talk about those things here? But yeah, I've been playing catch up here recently. And it looks like I'm not playing catch up anymore. In fact, it looks like I'm ahead of the game now. So, dude, you are amazing. As soon as I get off here, I'm going to pay my cable bill, and I'm actually going to go ahead and pay my mortgage. I'm going to go ahead and pay my mortgage early, and that puts me ahead of the game. Dude, that puts me so far ahead of the game. You have no clue. Normally, I don't get my mortgage paid until about the 15th of each month. I pay it late. I always pay it late, just because that's kind of how it falls. But I'm going to pay it as soon as I get off the stream here, and I'm going to pay my cable bill too, and then I'm good. I'm good for the next month. I'm ahead of the game. Finally, I am actually ahead of the game for once. That puts me so far ahead. Thank you, dude. Oh, that is amazing. That is absolutely amazing. I'm shaking right now. I'm actually shaking right now. Thank you, dude. Sky is the bomb. Sky just dropped a fucking bomb is what Sky did. Damn, okay. I live on the East Coast, Jamie. My voice is breaking because I'm emotional. I live on the East Coast. Yes, thank you to all of you tippers. Everybody who's helped get us... wait, we didn't even update the day. Everybody who's helped get us to a 233-day streak, that is absolutely amazing. All of you are I don't know. You're just amazing. You're awesome. Oh yeah, we're definitely chilling for a bit, Sky. We're definitely chilling. I have to chill for a bit after, like, there's no question about it. I have to chill for a second after that bomb. After that absolute nuke. Jesus Christ. Unbelievable. Unbelievable, Sky. And that is something you best believe I will never forget. Festivius. Did I say? There's no way I said that right. Festivius? Festivus. Festivius. I'm coming up with new words over here. Miracle. It's a Christmas miracle. He lives in New Jersey. I absolutely do not live in New Jersey. Absolutely do not. For anyone who gets the New Jersey joke, yeah. If you get it, you get it. If you don't, you don't. I love you, NS. You're a good guy. Love you, NS. Love you, dude, if you're watching this. That just couldn't have come at a more unexpected time. We were giving our thank you speech for the streak because I was pretty sure it was ending, and I was thanking everybody, reassuring everybody that it was not a big deal. And then here comes Sky with an absolute nuke out of left field. Rude. I live in New Jersey. I don't think so, man. I don't think you do. I'm pretty positive you don't. How is NS? He's actually making a lot of progress. I'm really proud of the guy. He's actually making a lot of progress. Hunting chicks. No, he is. He's doing better. He's making progress. He's making progress. I mean, there's still some slip-ups, but who doesn't experience slip-ups, right? I'm proud of how far he's come. See, he fooled me because Mint was like, can we stay on? Can we keep streaming for like 20 minutes longer? Because I'm bored and I'm enjoying this. And then Sky seen his opportunity. He was like, yeah, I'll just claim that I want you to keep streaming for a minute because I'm bored too. And he went along with Mint. but he knew what he was doing the whole time. He was preparing. He was preparing to drop an absolute freaking bomb. An absolute bombshell of a donation. He didn't get his room back, did he? No, he has no use for it now. He's doing a lot better. He's doing a lot better. Imagine if someone tipped $1 million. Dude, that, to me, that is $1 million. No lie. To me, that's $1 million. Like I said, I don't get on here and talk about my life story a whole lot, but since we're on the topic of tips, I always pay my mortgage late, like in the middle of the month. It's due on the 1st. I always pay it late. But no, that, to me, that is like $1 million, because I'm going to be able to pay my mortgage. I'm going to be able to pay my cable bill, and then I'll be caught up on bills, like, and then the whole next month, like December, I'll be able to just save, and that's going to put me way ahead, or at least more ahead than I've ever been. So yeah, to me, that's $1 million. To me, that's $1 million. That is $1 million bucks right there. The grind is real. Yes, it is. Like I said, I normally avoid that topic, but since we're on the topic, and I want S.K.Y and each and every one of you to realize how big of a deal that was for me, how thankful I was for that. That's why I decided to talk about it for a minute. Just to let everybody know how thankful I am for that. Where's Kate? I don't know where Kate is. We played a little bit of Minecraft earlier. Maybe she went back to sleep. Having an egg sandwich in celebration. I love it, Mints. I love it. I can't remember if my pizza place opens at 11 or 12, but I'm going to look it up. We're going to have a pizza party. Oh, I think they're open. I think they're open, guys. I think they're open. Should we have a pizza party? I am very hungry, actually, right now. Should we have a pizza party? Did someone say pizza party? Did someone say pizza party? It's 2:30 a.m. here. Yeah, big time difference there. Big time difference there, S.K.Y. Dude, I was about to go cook up my last box of mac and cheese for today. But you know, since S.K.Y came through with the nuke, I can afford to order some pizza today. So you know what? We might not be having mac and cheese today. We might just have a good old pizza. Get tomatoes on your pizza. I would rather get ran over and then reversed over again than put tomatoes on my pizza mint. I was about to donate 5. Look, you definitely don't have to do that. You definitely don't have to do that. But I also want you to understand that, yes, S.K.Y deserves all the props in the world. Like, that was fucking huge. Obviously, we can't deny that. But I'm also so thankful for each and every one of you, not just S.K.Y, right? Like, everybody else. It doesn't matter if it's $1, right? I'm so thankful for that, and because that's something you don't have to do, right? You just do it out of the kindness of your own heart, and that means the world to me. It's not the amount. It's not the amount. So yes, S.K.Y deserves major props for that, you know, tip. But at the same time, I want you to understand, everybody else in here is I'm equally as thankful for you too, because it's not the amount, it's the gesture, right? It's not the amount, it's the point behind it. It's the point behind it. So it's the point behind it. right? I want to be very clear about that. It's the point behind it. Just wondering, Wonder Bro, did you do your math right? What I did was I just opened my account and just looked at what the total was. I just opened my my PayPal account and looked at the total that was there, and I put it as the goal. Because it was empty before I started the stream today, so that's got to be it. I mean, they take out some tax and stuff, but yeah, that's got to be close enough. That's what's in my account, so... Every penny even meant counts what's keeping this channel going for all of us. Yes, and we're so appreciative for that. I know everybody else who watches the streams and enjoys the streams, I know they're just as grateful as I am because, like Mint said, it helps keep me going, right? It's what I do for a living. So not only am I thankful for you guys, right, you know, the tippers, but everybody else here on the channel is equally as thankful, I would assume, right? Because, you know, it's the reason that we're able to even have the streams. So... thank you guys. All right, give me just a second. I'm going to place an order. I'm hungry. We're going to have a pizza party. Give me just a second, you guys. Just a second. Won't take long. Alright, we're back. Maddie, don't be mad. We're back. We're back. Sorry it took so long. Basically, I called, and the first time nobody answered, so I called again, you know, because I'm impatient and I don't give anybody any time, apparently, when I'm ordering food. So I called immediately back, and finally I got a hold of somebody, and yeah. I always pay with my card, so I have to read off all the numbers and blah, blah, blah. But we got it ordered. So we're good. He's currently on a delivery, so he's got to do that, come back, and then come to me. So it might be a minute, but that's fine. That's fine. We're going to pig out here in a little bit. And because for anybody who's just joining us on stream, our lovely S.K.Y in chat dropped an absolute bombshell of a tip on the stream. He donated $1,000. So because of that, we're having a pizza party, and I am gonna get on the cam. I'm gonna get on the cam. I'm gonna pig out on the cam, and yeah, we're just gonna have a little pizza party. That's the plan. That's the plan. In celebration of S.K.Y and his absolute nuke of a tip. What's up, Kay? Welcome to the stream. What was the punchline? The punchline today was that failures are going to happen. You're going to have days where you add second fear. You're going to have days where you're not practicing the accepting attitude, right? AKA accepting inner voice. What you tell yourself leads to the accepting attitude. You're going to have days where you don't do positive behaviors, right? Those days happen, but you can either look at that as a bad thing, or you can sit down, talk to yourself, regroup, and see that as a learning experience. What can I do better next time? So basically, how can you look at failures in a positive way? How can you learn from failures instead of letting failures get you down? Oh, so doesn't card payment take place at the delivery with a little machine? Well, it does. You can do it in store, or you can just read your card details over the phone, and they can just type them in the computer. And you know, all that good stuff. So I'm just waiting on the call, man. I'm just waiting on the call from the delivery driver, and we're gonna run out and grab that. Then we're gonna have pizza party. I like Maddie's emoji response to mint and her tomatoes and eggs on pizza. I'm a cam stud. Hey, there's your extra side hustle, S.K.Y. There you go, dude. Hey man, real quick in chat, can we drop a bunch of purple hearts, right? Can we drop a bunch of purple hearts for S.K.Y? Show S.K.Y some love. Show S.K.Y some love. When I first seen the notification pop up on my computer, because I turned on notifications for it, I was like, wait a minute, that's not right. Do I see a fucking comma in that tip amount? Is there actually a comma in that tip amount? I had to do a double check on that, double take. Hey, what's up, Dwayne? Yeah, man, it's awesome. Dude, we've got so many supportive people here. Absolutely blown away, dude. Miss Alien Lady, it's been a minute. How have you been? Catch me up. Yeah, what are you doing awake? Well, actually, I think I know the answer to that. I think he's sick. Oh, yeah, head and chest cold. It's hard to sleep when you're all stuffy. You're just laying there tossing and turning. crazy that it's not even noon for me yet, and it's 2:30 in the morning for you, Sky. That is crazy. Thank you for all the purple hearts for Sky. He deserves it. And everybody else who's tipped today, and in the past, too. Thank you guys so much. Had a rough day today. That's okay. That's okay. Hey, you know we're here to keep you company, Sky. We can't not celebrate that. We have to celebrate that. We have to celebrate that. Mint's got some really odd ideas of what a good pizza is. But that's okay, you know, different strokes, different folks, whatever they say. Personally, I think I'll just stick to good old pepperoni and cheese on my pizza. But, you know, if Mint wants to throw some tomato slices and eggs on it, then so be it. That's okay. Gonna watch this stream from the top. Feel free, Dwayne. Feel free, dude. I'd appreciate it. Drop a like if you're enjoying it, guys. Drop a like. I was saying before Sky even sent that, I was talking about the good vibes in the air today, and just how awesome of a stream this was. And then Sky comes in and just icing on the cake, dude. I'm gonna oil a thing now, so I won't be able to type and defend the egg pizza. All meat with olives and jalapeno. We can settle for the all meat, Maddie. I'm not so sure about the olives or the jalapenos, but we can definitely settle for the all meat. I can meet you in the middle there. The only time I would say that egg pizza is excusable or acceptable is if it's a breakfast pizza, right? Like, those are really good. Like a breakfast pizza that's just got egg on it, bacon, cheese, like breakfast pizza. Breakfast pizza is pretty darn okay. Pretty darn okay. Decide on the ultimate pizza. I mean, I can really just settle with pepperoni, which is what I got today. Just a good old classic pepperoni pizza, man. That's all you need. I can imagine getting your pizza and there's effing egg on it. Maddie's really against the egg on pizza idea, which, don't get me wrong, I am too, unless we're talking breakfast pizza. You guys are making me super impatient for my delivery. That's all I can think about. Mint's off in her own little world right now, working on her project, just ignoring all of us. Just listening to us talk crap about her egg idea, her egg pizza. Used to be a thing in Australia. Used to be, key word there. Used to be. It was just so bad that they had to discontinue it. Is that what it was? Is that why it used to be a thing in Australia? I'm just poking a little bit of fun. That's all. We're gonna have our pizza party, and then I feel a fat nap is on the horizon today. Thick crust for me. I'm more of a thin crust, I'll be honest. I'm more of a thin crust. I don't know why. I've just always been more of a thin crust person. I don't know why. I do enjoy my naps, Maddie. I do enjoy my naps. I got up at 5 a.m. today, but that's okay because I'm keeping my sleep on track. I say that, and then I'll take a nap that lasts a nap that turns into a sleep. So maybe I probably shouldn't do that, actually. What you got planned for Christmas? I'm not good with plans. I'm not good with holiday plans. I usually just play it by ear. So as of right now, no set plans. Nothing set in stone just yet. She said, okay, so no nap. Come on, Maddie. Just 20 minutes. Maddie, come on. 20 minutes. It won't hurt nothing. I feel like thick crust is okay as long as it's stuffed crust pizza. I love stuffed crust pizza. Unfortunately, this place doesn't offer that, but if it's thick crust and it's not stuffed crust, I don't know. I just prefer thin crust. I just prefer thin crust. What is this? Is this a nut? Hold on. I can't tell if this is... It is new. We got an $11. We got an $11 tip. And the reason I'm chuckling a bit is because, guys, you don't have to do that. You don't have to do that, man. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I think that was from B again. I'm pretty sure that was from B. You don't have to do that, guys. Thank you so much. Wow. Wow. Stop it. Stop it. That is unnecessary. But thank you so much. Thank you, thank you. Well, that covered the tip that I gave the delivery driver. Thank you guys so much. It just cracks me up a little bit because you guys do not have to do that. Look at our tip goal. You do not have to do that. And people are still doing it. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. JB, Maddie, Mint, thank you guys for the purple hearts. While waiting on the pizza, let me ask, as I am recovering and I had 2 very stressful things in my life resolved last night. Now today my anxiety is higher. Any thoughts? After Effects, right? After Effects, and just like Scott said, it depends on where you are mentally today. So it's like, how's your attitude? Do you have that accepting inner voice going on? Do you not have that accepting inner voice going on? You can resolve a situation, right, Rich? You can resolve a situation, but that doesn't mean it's going to stop you from being in a negative, fearful mental place, right? That's something you got to work on in or outside of a stressful situation. So that's a good point there, Sky. I'm going to run across the room real quick, guys. Hold up. All the food talk has made me so hungry that I had to at least get a quick granola bar. I know, pathetic, right? I can't even wait 10 minutes. Come on, Wonder Bro, can't even wait 10 minutes. If you hear me chewing obnoxiously, just, overlook that. I live with 2 other people, JB. Did you have breakfast? I had a small bowl of cereal, and I say a small bowl of cereal because there was like no milk. Like a splash of milk left, but I was so hungry I was like, okay, I'll make it work. So I just poured a splash of milk into the bowl, and by the time I ate like just a little bit of the cereal, the milk was all gone. So I was like, okay, I didn't finish it. And then did I have anything else? I don't think so. I just had, a small bowl of cereal for breakfast. You can ramble away, Sky. Ramble away. We're just hanging out, man. It's all good. Calling in sick for work today. I would say, dude. It's about 3 o'clock in the morning for you and you're sick, man. I would definitely call in. Good idea. Do I get a pass on the granola bar, Maddie? Maddie's over here making calculations. She's like, I won't judge you for eating a granola bar, even though you got food on the way. But tell me what you had for breakfast first. That'll determine my response. I won't judge you, but let me hear your breakfast first. Thought you was coming on camera. I am when the food gets here. I'm not eating the pizza. I'm eating a granola bar at the moment. The food is not here yet. Not yet. Not yet. Should be any minute though. It's how long has it been, guys? How long has it been since I placed that order? It should be any minute. Yeah, I'm not chomping on the pizza just yet. I had half a granola bar. You might have some whiskey, Sky? Some whiskey? I don't know. Maddie disagrees with the whiskey idea. Maddie seems to disagree with the whiskey idea. Crap, I keep missing notifications. Something to share. I paid off my mortgage. Did you, dude? That is awesome. Yesterday? Nice, bro. I'm happy for you, Sky. Congrats, dude. That's big. That is major. That's huge. Hey, congrats, Sky. Congrats, man. Yeah, that's major, dude. Congrats. Then he dropped a bomb on the stream today. Yeah, did you win the lotto? Did you win the lotto, Sky? Is that what this is? It seems like it. But no, on a serious note, congrats, man. Oh, absolutely, Sky. You can share whatever you want to share, dude. As always. Go right ahead, man. Go right ahead, man. Come on, delivery guy. Where are you? A granola bar can only keep me going for so long. Nope, just freaking hard work. That's what I like to hear, dude. Hey, man, it's paying off for you. It's paying off for you. Good work. For real. For real, for real. Hey, well, feel free to vent, Sky. Feel free to vent. Yeah, I'm curious what this story's gonna be. Real curious. Parental units told me I was a loser, useless, that I was going to be nothing and achieve nothing for most of my life. I'm going to let you get out the whole story and then we're going to go over it. Probably easier that way. So you just send as many messages as you need to send and then we'll read it. Let me know when you've reached the end. That way I can give my thoughts. If you want my thoughts, that is. You go, girl. What's the highest donation I've gotten? Probably Darcy and then S.K.Y. Oh, we're getting a call, guys. That might be the pizza. Hold on. Hello, beautiful people. We're here. Thank the parent for giving you that motivation and prove them wrong. I agree with you, Maddie. All right. All right. I've got this huge desk and absolutely no room on it. Look at the beautiful pizza, man. Look at the beautiful pizza. What, Maddie? What's the matter? I literally freaked out because when I tried to put the key in the door, I felt zoned out. Zoning out. I'm on camera. Hello. Hello, Maddie. Hello, beautiful people. Nobody on this earth is useless. We are all precious and so capable. I love it. Love the positivity. I'm starving, so you're going to see me eat like 5 pieces of pizza all in like 10 minutes. We had to get rid of Snoopy. You're right. Maddie, you're right. What am I thinking? We need a new gift. There we go. It's uncomfortable but harmless. It absolutely is. And it's because you're so inner focused, which is going to happen from time to time. Got to use that accepting inner voice. Got to use that accepting attitude, right? That's the practice. And, you know, in this stream, we talked about how you're not always going to be perfect at that, but you always got to come back to it at least. You like my glasses, Chain? Thank you, Maddie. You're the first person, I think, that actually likes it. Look at my fat lips with all the pizza grease on them. One more time. Now you got me thinking of the mints. I have a mint for dessert. Is this what you guys call a pizza, a pie? Is that what it is? I needed this, man. I was starving. I was absolutely starving. Sky, thank you so much again, dude. I don't want to overdo it. I do, but no. Are you saying you want a whiskey too, Maddie? You want a whiskey too? Is that what it is? Does anybody ever watch Report of the Week? This is Running on Empty Food Review. Today we're going to be trying the medium-sized cheese stick from my local pizza place. Just wait for it to focus. Go ahead and try it. And we've got a little secret. So besides the pizza and the cheese stick, we also got a little secret on the side here. Oh. 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 American steak and cheese with cheese and onion. I'm trying to chew into the mic for ASMR, but I don't know if you guys can hear it or not. Oh, it's really hot. Oh my god. Man, I don't know what I want. I'm going back and forth between the pizza and the steak and the cheese stick. I'm just like, ah. Man, I can't eat it fast enough. If my grandpa wasn't around right now, he would say, slow down, chew it. Slow down and chew it, boy. I was absolutely starved, Maddie. I was absolutely starved. S.K.Y came in clutch, man. S.K.Y came in clutch. It's not working. Just me regularly chewing into the mic, it's not picking it up. I would have to chew with my mouth open and purposely try to do that. Agreed, man. If you have mental health questions, just because we're having a pizza party, doesn't mean you can't ask your questions. Why are we having a pizza party? Look up. That's why we're having a pizza party in the honor of S.K.Y and everybody else. Thank you, guys. Cheers. Man. Oh, that's good. That's good. I don't get on here and talk about my life story a whole lot because that's not what we're here for. But due to S.K.Y's generous tip, I was able to order all this delicious food. I don't have a whole lot of food in the house right now. That's not a pity me. That's just, I don't have a whole lot of food in the house right now. It's the end of the month. We all broke, right? That's just life. That's how it goes. So thank you, S.K.Y, because this is absolutely delicious. Oh, man. I agree with you, JB. Who doesn't love to eat, right? You get that appetite back. I've got food sweats right now. Oh, the food sweats, yes. The food sweats. I found extremely difficult to accept. Well, you did your best, and I'm sure you at least tried the practice, right? This is the perfect stream for you because we talked about how failures happen, right? And you're not trying to hold yourself to perfection. You're just trying to hold yourself accountable. There's a difference, right? I'm glad you're here with us now, though. Oh, God. Just to give you a perspective. Oh, shit, we got a porn bot in the chat. What's up, Girls69? Hot girls for you? Where? Where are they at? Where's the hot girls? Do I ever think what a waste of effing time and energy? No, because I'm not negative. Because I learned not to be negative through the practice. And you would too if you would do it. I think back and I say to myself, you know what? I got this channel. I'm helping thousands of people. That makes it worth it right there. And even if I didn't have the channel, I've learned so many skills that will help me throughout my entire life when it comes to real life situations that I'm grateful for it. Just to put this into perspective, this is how much I've ate. So we polished off like a good portion of the cheese sticks. Those are gone, never coming back. We also ate half of the sub. I've got half left for later. Ugh. And we ate 2 pieces of pizza. So half a sub, 2 pieces of pizza, and like 10 cheese sticks. I'm going to tap out because I do not want to overdo it and A, put myself in a food coma and fall asleep, or B, make my stomach hurt. I'm sorry, I gotta just have one more bite. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. So I basically got a whole pizza left for later, several cheese sticks, a couple bites of a sandwich left. I'm done. Oh my God. I can feel the energy coursing through my veins. Oh, this is what it feels like to eat delicious food. I'm done. Don't let me eat anymore, guys. Don't let me eat anymore. Because either A, I'm going to fall asleep from being so full, or B, my stomach's going to hurt. So don't let me eat no more. That's it. We're done. We're done for now. Here comes the best part. Here comes the best part. We don't normally smoke in here. I don't smoke in near my setup anymore, but it's a day of celebration. S.K.Y, you're an absolute legend, dude. You're an absolute king. What is wrong with you? I ate too much and now I'm in a food coma. Since what age have you been smoking? Like 16, I think. That's not something to be proud of, but you asked, so 16 style alert. Don't judge me. Actually, you can judge me. I probably deserve it. I probably deserve it. If you got any questions, man, feel free to ask them, because I'm on the line between a food coma and just ton of energy, and I don't know which way I'm going, but if you got any questions, please ask them. Hey, man, any advice for anxiety with exams? Had my first panic attack in an exam a few years back. So, in a roundabout way, you know we're always going to come back to those 2 keys. You know we're always going to say, hey, dude, whatever thoughts or feelings you're currently having, you need to tell yourself whatever it is you need to tell yourself to get yourself into more of an accepting attitude, right? So that's going to be the key. You've always got to get into that accepting attitude and go through with what you need to go through with, and do it in a way that you conduct yourself like somebody who's already healed. Get shit done, have fun, be productive, and while you're being productive and having fun with life, make sure you keep that accepting attitude, or at least practice it, right? I know it's not always easy, and I know I make it sound so easy, but I've been there and I know how difficult it can be. So I know it sounds repetitive that most questions in a roundabout way always come back to the 2 keys, but they always will. Only 16 you're lying. No, actually, maybe 15. Maybe 15. I can't let this turn into a food coma because I got shit I need to do today. Like, this room is a mess. I need to clean. I was going to take Nova for a walk. I still need to take Nova for a walk. I need to get a walk in, especially after eating all that. I'll be honest, I don't know if the walk's going to happen. Not after all that food. But there is a lot of things I need to do. So I need to stay awake, guys. I need to stay awake. Ask your questions. Keep me awake. Keep me awake. Alright, I'm going to switch to post-stream for just a second. Because I got to put this food in my mini fridge. I don't want it to just sit here. I'm going to put it in the fridge, which is right across the room. So we're not even going BRB. I wouldn't have even switched screens, but I'm kind of freeballing it underneath this robe. So, you know, we're not trying to see all that. Give me just a second. All right, we're back. We got the food put away. I'm surprised I was able to do that. Am I the only one that happens to eat a shit ton of food and really fast and you're just dead to the world in a good way? I'm done. Yay, what's up, Mint? Welcome back. Welcome back, Minty. Turned out good. Yay, happy to hear it, Mint. The food turned out amazing over here. I probably ate too much of it, but who cares, man? I was starving. I was starving. That's like the most food I've probably eaten in like a week. It's just because there was so much of it. I don't ever make like that much food at one time. Like if I go to make something, it's usually like a small meal. So to have that much food in front of me all at one time, I could not help myself. And now I've ate way too much, but that's okay because it's nice. It feels nice. Big shout out to my boy S.K.Y for that one. I could see that it looked good. Oh yeah, it was delicious. I wonder what advice would you give young people that mightn't have understanding people with their anxiety, might not understand people having anxiety? Or wait a minute, would you give? I'm sorry, I'm in a food coma. What advice would you give young people that mightn't have understanding people with their anxiety? Can you reword the question and explain it to me like I'm 5? I'm sorry, dude. I'm in a straight food coma right now. I can't read between the lines at the moment. But I will happily answer that if you could just reword it like I'm a 2-year-old. I don't want to give a big, long, drawn-out answer and it not even be the question that was asked. You know what I mean? I'd rather make sure we're on the same page first. What project were you working on, Mint? Something with oil and did you say painting? I don't know. Something with oil. Marvel. What are you doing? Oh, give me a second, guys, because Nova sat here and watched me eat all that food, and I need to feed her. So, yeah, that would be cool. I'm going to feed her really quick. I'll be right back. All right, we're back. Sorry, I had to feed my puppy. It's one of those things I can't wait. Especially after she just watched me eat. I would feel really bad about that. Some young people might not have anyone that fully understands their anxiety. What advice would you give to them? Okay. Well, I can definitely relate to that one. Seeing as I started my journey with anxiety and all of the intense, bizarre feelings at a pretty young age. Granted, I didn't end up sensitized until a little bit later on, but I did start having panic attacks and strong anxiety pretty young during school, so I can relate to that one. I would say what you're going through is normal, right? It may not be normal to those around you. You may feel like you're alone in this journey, but what you're going through is normal. There's plenty of people that exist out there that are going through the same thing you're going through, right? Even if your family and friends can't relate, there's a lot of people out there that can relate. So I think the main thing that I would try to do is get my point across to the young people out there that, yes, you feel alone, and I know you feel alone, but you're not. There's many people out there that exist that are going through the same thing you're going through. And I know it feels lonely when you take a look around you and all your friends and family don't seem to be bothered, right? But there are a lot of people out there that are going through what you're going through. And if it helps, find a community like this one, right? Not trying to plug my own channel here, but I would say find a community like this one. A community based on acceptance, a community with a ton of other people that can relate to you. Make some friends and start working on yourself, because you can overcome this thing, right? So number one, you're not alone. And number two, it's not going to be like this forever. You can start working on yourself starting now, right? And it'll get better. It'll get better. So there's my best honest answer with that question, despite the food coma. I hope it was all right. But I like not buying new stuff. I can upcycle something. Just turn trash into a treasure. There you go, Mint. Turn trash into treasure. I like it. Gives you something to do too. Sky, did you call out sick already? I hope you did, Sky, because you're sick as a dog, as we say in these parts of the wood. You're sick as a dog, and you've been sipping the whiskey, so there's no work for you today, sir. No work for you today, sir. You ain't driving to work today. Until at least 7 a.m., 3 hours. Gotcha. Okay. Thank you for the sponsored pizza party again, Sky. I know I've already thanked you 100 times, but thank you for the sponsored pizza party and just the outrageous tip, dude. I really appreciate it. That means a world to me. I can hear Nova in there chomping down. She must have been hungry too. Yeah, you're late to the show, David, but that's okay. We're just hanging out. You can always watch it back. We're about 2.5 hours into this one. We had a bit of a celebration, a bit of a party there, thanks to S.K.Y. So, but if you missed the point of the stream, you can always go back and rewatch it. But yeah, show all the love to S.K.Y, man. Yeah, she's on the, hey, how's your oh, you mean, are you referring to BB? The little chihuahua? You must be referring to BB. He is coming out of his shell. That's the best way to put it. He is coming out of his shell. He is losing his shyness. He is losing his anxiety, and he is becoming an absolute, handful for a 4-pound dog, 3-pound dog. Hey, what's up, Ava? Like, at first he was all timid and standoffish. He wasn't really sure what to think about us, and you know, so he's relatively calm for the most part, like just an adorable little chihuahua, and who just was like really shy and cute and sweet, and you know, didn't really say much, and now that's worn off. That has completely worn off, and he does laps around the house going about 100 miles per hour. And then when he's not doing laps around the house going 100 miles per hour, he is absolutely, with the most sheerest bark possible, barking his tiny little lungs out at anything and everything. And yeah, he he has turned into a literal monster. So, but I love him. I love him. I love him. But you wanted an update. That's the update. Yeah, he was really shy at first. I guess he was just, you know, fearful. Because, you know, we didn't raise him from a puppy, obviously. We went and picked him up. So The lady was super nice. But yeah, I don't know. I guess he's just fearful being away from his brothers and sisters, mom and dad, whatever. He's just scared being in a new environment. But yeah, he's definitely made it home now. I walked into the kitchen the other day and there was. I just bought a roll of paper towels, a big bulk roll. Hey, really good price too. Really good price on paper towels right now for some reason. Anyway, I just bought a big bulk roll of paper towels, and he somehow got a hold of one of the rolls and was playing with it and was causing it to unroll. And it was everywhere. It was absolutely everywhere. And I didn't even see him at first because he was underneath this massive pile of paper towel that he had unraveled and unrolled. I was like, nice. What's up, BB? I got him a few toys, like dog toys, and he tore them apart. He pulled all the stuffing out of them. For such a little dog, I don't know, he must have razor sharp teeth or something, because he just literally obliterated all the toys, just stuffing everywhere. He's a crackhead. BB's turned into a crackhead, an absolute crackhead. I surprise attacked Wonder Bro today. S.K.Y absolutely surprise attacked me today, coming in with a $1,000 tip out of nowhere. BB acts like he just snorted a line of coke every second of every day. The only time that dog does not act like he just did a hefty amount of cocaine is when he is asleep. I always get afraid of the stick thing, man, and maybe it's irrational, but I'll tell you why. I get afraid of bringing in, like, just, you know, sticks. I know it's common, you know, dog plays fetch with a stick. I get it. But I once gave Nova a stick, and she chewed on it. She enjoyed it. And, like, 2 or 3 days went by, and I just so happened, like, it was pure luck. I just so happened to, I was checking her teeth, and I looked in the roof of her mouth, and she had a perfectly lodged piece of that stick in between her gums, like from left to right, from one side to the other, and it was perfectly lodged, really tight. There was blood. It looked super painful. You know, dogs can't tell you these things, obviously. I'm really glad I just so happened to check her teeth that day. I do that every so often, and yeah, I found that piece of stick lodged in her upper mouth, and I took it out immediately, of course, and you know, she was fine in the end. But ever since then, I've not, like, brought her sticks to play with or anything like that. I just buy the really tough toys for her. What are they called? That's my little nugget, won't chew toys but chews all. Yeah, I buy the really tough toys for Nova now. They're slightly more expensive, but she can't break them. She can't chew them apart. She's got a pineapple and this little red squeaky toy. I just let her play with those because that whole stick incident just, like, shook me up a little bit. I was like, yeah, I do not want that to happen to you again. So you must have been miserable for those 2 days. I felt so bad. I was like, I'm so sorry. Why didn't you speak English and tell me? So... But ever since then, yeah, just too paranoid with the stick thing. I'm enjoying my drink. Well, we can't stop them, so we might as well give a cheers, right? We can't stop them, so we might as well give a cheers. Cheers to you, S.K.Y. Cheers to you. I hope you feel better soon, my man. Rest up today. Rest up. Spend some time in bed resting. Don't push yourself too hard today. When you're sick, right? If you were anxious, I would say get up and do something. But if you're sick, rest. Rest. Stay in bed. Rest. Stay hydrated. I don't know if you want to stay hydrated with whiskey, but stay hydrated nonetheless. Yeah, I don't think that would happen to a cat, Mint, because Nova, she's just so big and strong. She just, like, If she gets a stick, she'll literally chew it to pieces. And I think, you know, obviously that's how she got that piece stuck in her jaw. But I think with a cat, you'd be all right. I don't think that'd happen. That'd be cool. Maybe I should train her on the buttons. I just remember feeling so guilty about that, and so, I mean, I almost cried. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, you poor thing. It's been at least 3 days since I gave you that stick. And I'm so sorry. I'm sure that's hurt really, really bad. I felt really bad about it. She got a ton of treats afterwards. I gave her a bath, gave her a ton of treats. Don't come after me for this, but I gave her a little bit of human food. You know, it's just like a treat. And yeah, I tried to do everything I possibly could to you know, make up for the situation, I guess. Everything in moderation. At least that's your perspective, Sky. Don't worry, Maddie. He's going at it with moderation. It's okay. Of course, none of us here can recommend the whiskey, but if we can't stop you, we might as well say cheers, Sky. Cheers. Emergency surgery the next day. What are you talking about, Maddie? What's going on? You're scaring me, Maddie. What do you mean emergency surgery? Nothing wrong with treating your furry kids once in a while, Wonder Bro, especially after something that traumatic, right? Just make sure you drink a lot of water. I agree. Stay hydrated. I'm sure Sky is experienced. He's probably an experienced whiskey drinker from time to time, right? I'm sure he knows. But we're going to tell you anyway, Sky, because that's what we do. We care, so deal with it. I'm still over here just letting my food digest. I got to stay awake because I got shit I got to do today. I'm going to pay some bills, thanks to you, Sky, you beautiful person, you, and everybody else as well. Thank you, guys. I'm gonna pay some bills. I gotta do some housework. I gotta clean up. It's a little bit of a mess in here. Things we gotta do, man. I can't sleep today. My dog, after I gave her a bone, and she swallowed the whole bone. Gotcha. It's kind of funny because BB has these little bone treats that are made for like tiny dogs, and they're like, you could hold like 30 of them in the palm of your hand. They're that small, and you know, we give her one, or give him one at a time, and that's enough for him. Like, he loves them, maybe two. It's funny because you could pour the whole box of mini bone treats into Nova's bowl, and she could eat it as a meal. She really could. And I didn't, like I said, when I first got BB, I was just afraid to let Nova around BB because Nova's very strong and big, and I thought she would get too wild and end up hurting BB, but the other day I was taking Nova out to use the bathroom, and BB was there chilling, and Nova just went up to it like all calmly and was just like sniff, sniff, lick, and one lick on BB, and BB like rolled on his back, like fell over. Like Nova's tongue just pushed BB out of the way, and he rolled like a snowball. I was like, Jesus Lord, help me. But I'm still too paranoid to let them just like freely run around together because I just don't know. Like, all it would take is Nova to say, you know what? Hey, there's a stuffed animal. Like BB is a stuffed animal, cool. Or BB is a treat, cool. And just one chomp, there goes BB. That's the end of BB's story, right? So I don't know. I'm probably overthinking it. Maybe, I don't know. I don't know. I'm just too scared to do it. Because Nova's been known to get aggressive sometimes. Like, I don't know why. It's just sometimes she gets aggressive. Maddie, shh, style alert. Ha ha ha. Yeah, we're almost at 3 hours. Hey, Wonder Bros, so what goals do you have, if any, for the new year? Oh, New Year's resolution? I don't really have any goals set in place right now for the New Year's. I'm pretty happy with where I'm at. There's always room for improvement, though, right? So maybe I'll sit down one day and brainstorm and come up with some goals. It wouldn't hurt. It wouldn't hurt at all. What are your goals, Mr. S.K.Y? Yeah, I would love for Nova and BB to be like best friends. It would be like the cutest animal strange friendship couple ever. I don't know how to approach that without taking a major risk. Some garden goals. I am excited. It's funny you mentioned that, Mint, because I woke up. I don't know why. You know how crazy brains are. I woke up, and for some reason, the first thought on my mind was gardening. I was thinking about my garden, and I was thinking about next year gardening. Again, I don't know why. That was just like my first thought of the morning when I woke up today. So it's funny you mentioned that. We're definitely going to be doing some gardening next year if all goes according to plan. David with the $12 Cash App says, let's at least, I can't see the rest. Why won't it show me the rest of it? I think it says round it up. Does it say round it up, David? Regardless, David, thank you. It says, let's at least round it up to an even number. Okay. David, thank you so much for the $12 Cash App, bro. That takes us to 1,000. I can't believe I'm saying this. I actually cannot believe I'm saying this. That takes us to 1,050 on the tip goal. What the hell? Thank you so much, David. Man, I appreciate you. See, that's what I'm talking about. Like somebody earlier, I forget who it was, they were worried about, oh, you know, the amounts that I tip are not that much. And no, it's not about the amounts. That's what I'm talking about right there. Like David sent 12 bucks and we're at a tip goal of 1,038. Like he did not have to do that, right? Like we're at 1,038. There's in no world did he have to send a $12 tip. But he said, you know what? I'm going to send a $12 tip. And every penny counts, dude. And it's the thought behind it that matters the most. You know, he did not have to do that. David, thank you so much, dude. I really appreciate you, man. Thank you. You guys have pretty much, just from the tips that came in even after S.K.Y's tip, you guys have pretty much paid for the meal that I just ordered. It was like 40 something because I left a nice tip for the driver because I was able to. Thanks to S.K.Y, right? But still, between the two tips I got after S.K.Y's tip, you guys pretty much paid for the meal I just ordered too. That's insane. Thank you guys so much. You guys are fucking amazing. That's really all there is to say. You guys are amazing. Awesome people. Growing any winter veggies? I have no knowledge of that, Mint. Like, I've never looked into winter veggies. I've never looked into gardening in the winter. I will be honest, I didn't think that was possible. So I have no experience with that. What's some things that you can grow in the winter? Rick! Rick, dude, see, this is what I'm talking about, man. It's not the amount. It's the fact that here we are at 1,050 on tip goal, which is obviously, like, obviously more than enough. Come on, give me a break. And people are still sending tips. Like, it's that thought behind it, dude. Like, nobody has to do this, and they're still doing it. And that's why it's not the amount, dude. It's the thought, and I appreciate it so much. That's pretty much my meal paid for. So, thank you guys. I appreciate it. But stop it. I'm going to say thank you, but stop it. We've got We've got a massive tip amount today. You don't have to do that anymore. Stop doing that. Stop it. Stop it right now. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate you, but we're shutting it down as far as tips goes. We're shutting tips down. No more tips. Thank you guys so much. You're amazing. You're awesome. I love you. I love you. I love you. Holy crap, Wonder Bros still on in that total. Are we working on the second part of the roof? You would think so, but actually that was just a combination, mostly a single tip from S.K.Y. So I'm caught up on my mortgage, paying my mortgage for the month and my cable bill. So S.K.Y put me ahead of the game. But you would think that's a roof goal tip. Kale and winter lettuce. I didn't even know winter lettuce existed, man. Probably more about those are so useful and keep on giving through the winter. I'm going to have to look into this, Mint, because like I said, I didn't even know growing in the winter was possible. So I have zero knowledge on the subject. Zero knowledge on the subject. Kay said, oops, send Cash App before you said it. Did you? I didn't even, let me see. Hold on. Did you really? You did. Kay sent a $5 Cash App. Kay sent a $5 Cash App. Guys, I love you so much, and you have no idea how grateful I am for that. That is my meal paid for right there. Guys, I love you so much. You have no idea how grateful I am for that. But stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Save your money. I've got more than my fair share today. Thank you guys so much. Thank you. You guys are awesome. Let's read all those names again. Of course, S.K.Y, of course. Kay, Rick, Maddie, Mint, B, and Abraham. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate you. But yes, that is the end of tips for today. No more tips. We're shutting tips down. There's no way for me to technically shut tips down, but a verbal shutdown of the tips. No more tips today. We've got way more than enough. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate you. Keeps the scurvy away. Cheap food and tasty too. Sounds like McDonald's. Cheap food and tasty too. Actually, McDonald's is not even that cheap anymore. Donkey, stop it. 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 Donkey coming in with a $5 with a note that says it's not enough. It is enough. It is enough. We have verbally shut it down. We shut it down. Knock it off. Knock it off. I love you guys oh so much, and I have no choice but to tell you how thankful I am each time you do that. I have no choice because I am so thankful. But at the same time, knock it off. Stop it. That's more than enough. It is enough. All right. All right. I do appreciate it. Do not get me wrong. I do appreciate the hell out of it. But that is enough. Okay, we're done. Stop that. oh, believe me, Kay. I'm not the least bit upset or mad or angry. How could I be, right? How could I be? I just don't want people to. I just don't want people to send any more tips because we got more than enough. We got more than enough. But yeah, I can't be the least bit upset. McDonald's definitely doesn't keep any scurvy. It probably gives you the scurvy. Whatever the scurvy is. The scurvy doesn't sound nice to have. I'm not exactly sure what it is, but it doesn't sound pleasant. Lots of appreciation. Thank you so much, David. All the purple hearts. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Thank you so much. Next month's mortgage. Yeah, my cable's like 200 and my mortgage is like 645. So with Sky's tip, I'll be able to pay both bills ahead of time, and then I won't have any bills to pay next month. And then I can spend the whole month just saving up. So Sky definitely put me ahead, and all of you guys too as well. Was today the biggest tip goal? The biggest tip goal I think we ever had, or the biggest tip in general, was from Darcy, and I believe that was 1,400. That was for the roof goal. So it was Darcy, and then Sky definitely coming in second there. And I think, I don't know if this is a fact or not, but I'm pretty sure my friend Mr. Craig came in and tipped 1,000. Or no, he did that off stream. But yeah, so Darcy, Sky, and Craig. Kay, did you just send another 5, or is that old? I think Kay just sent another 5 and said, tell me the topic, tell me the topic advice live. I think that's what are you asking for me to go over the stream title again? Because I'm more than happy to do that. And with another 5, I'm not going to fight it anymore. Yes, Steph too. Steph, see if it's off stream, I have trouble like remembering. Steph too. We had a lot of people actually. When I say a lot, I mean like 3 or 4 people, I think, come in with some pretty massive tips. And yes, thank you, Maddie. Steph is on that list too. I'm sorry. It's not that I'm ungrateful. It's just I have a terrible memory. Steph, Craig. See, I'm drawing blanks, man. I ate too much. Steph, Craig, Sky, of course. Who else did I say? Darcy, of course. Darcy, yes. All right, I'm getting confused. Thank you guys. Thank you guys so much. Sky, did you just send another $100 tip? Are you insane? Are you actually insane? Are you kidding? Sky, now that's the whiskey talking, dude. Stop drinking now. Stop it, man. I don't want you to spend all of your money here on the stream and then wake up tomorrow and think, what happened yesterday? Let me check my bank account. What the hell? I sent $1,000 and another $100 to Wonder Bro yesterday? Sky. You're insane, dude. You're insane. You're actually insane. Yeah, that was Darcy, Donkey. That was Darcy. Darcy has done that a couple times. Darcy's done that a couple times. So, huge shout out. Sky, I can't believe you, dude. Sky with another $100 tip, dude. That is insane. Stop it, Sky. Stop it. Oh, man. I know you weren't sipping the whiskey when you sent the first tip, but now you're sipping the whiskey. Now you're sipping the whiskey. So I don't want that to be the whiskey talking, all right? I don't want that to be the whiskey talking. Thank you so much, Sky, dude. I appreciate you. Another $100. That's insane. Hey, Wonder Bro, check PayPal. Is Sky behind on the stream? I hope Sky's not behind on the stream. I did check my PayPal, and that's absolutely insane that you sent another $100, Sky, on top of your $1,000 tip, dude. You are insane. Or maybe you were not on the stream because you were busy doing that, but I basically said that's insane, and stop it. Let's see what the note says. Let's see what the note says. How do I get to the notes? Sky's note said, from Scurvy. Well, thank you, Mr. Scurvy. I appreciate you. I appreciate you, dude. Thank you so much. You guys are amazing. I don't even know what to say today. I'm like, I'm stuffed from all of that food, and I'm like halfway in a food coma, and I'm halfway like just um, uh, really mind blown because what the hell's going on today? I don't know what's going on today, but I'm just all over the place. I'm just all over the place. But thank you guys so much. Whatever the hell's going on today, thank you so much from S.K.Y. Was there more to the note than that, Sky? Because that's all I've seen from S.K.Y. Mr. S.K.Y, thank you. It's going to be a good Xmas in the Wonder. Well, I'm getting my bills paid, and in a roundabout way, yes, that will lead to a better Christmas because now that I'm going to be caught up, I'll have money to spend on Christmas gifts. So there you go. There you go. Yeah, and I thought I wasn't going to make tip goal. We were like halfway through our speech about how, hey guys, you know, if we don't hit tip goal, that's okay. We still had a great stream. It's no big deal. And then here comes S.K.Y just out of nowhere, dude. And everybody else just out of nowhere. Out of nowhere. Out of nowhere. Crazy. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. Alright, guys. I know. I don't even want to say it. I don't even want to say it. We're at 3 hours. This food's hitting me hard, dude. I need to take this in. I'm probably going to jump in the shower, I think, to try to get woke up here. But we're at 3 hours on the stream, and what a stream it has been. What a stream it has been. Holy crap. What else can I say besides thank you so much? You guys are amazing. You guys are awesome. You guys are all the great words in the dictionary. I love you so much. This is a stream that I will never forget. Never forget. I'm going to go take that shower and get woke up and finish everything I need to do today. I cannot believe we've been streaming for 3 hours. Probably one of my longer streams, but this has been so much fun. And obviously, I'm so thankful. So thank you guys, man, for everything. Have a beautiful day. I will see you guys very, very soon. And thank you for all that you do. I love you. I love you. I love you. And S.K.Y, you just earned yourself, I know you're not big on the Discord, but you just earned yourself a spot in the Hall of Fame. Thank you so much, beautiful people, and I'll see you next time. Stay awesome.